Welcome back to Underway Drifting and Dreaming. If you're new, I'm Jennifer on the motor vessel Cetus. We are on a 48-foot Katie Krogan yacht heading up the Hudson River. We are on our Great Loop adventure. We just left the Statue of Liberty in New York Harbor and cruising along. We came down from Port Washington earlier in the day with the tide, but unfortunately the tide has not changed and we have to go upriver. Usually we go cruising along at 7 knots and we were at 4. It's a little windy out, but the views are incredible. We are leaving the city behind. New Jersey is just starting to build on the west bank. And here on the New York side, we see more trees and the view behind the boat, leaving Manhattan behind. The bridges are spectacular on the Hudson. They're just beautiful. We're going to continue up the river and we tuck into a little cove to anchor. We put the anchor down right off the Hudson River in a place called Haverstraw, New York, and it was very peaceful. And I don't even think our boat moved all night long. It was a great anchorage along the river. There were deer that were on the beach and watched them. So we're going to get back underway and keep heading up the Hudson. We watched a lot of trains on the Hudson. The Amtrak to the east, the freight trains to the west. And here is West Point. Beautiful beautiful buildings. There are quite a lot of beautiful buildings, mansions, estates along the Hudson River. We actually saw a school that looked like Hogwarts. And we are cruising into Kingston, New York. We are going to spend the night at the museum. We really enjoyed this stop. We pulled into the dock, and the museum is right there for you to go through. It's part of your mooring. Jim had asked how to get to Home Depot. We needed to get a ladder so we could take down our mast. And the dock master, he went ahead and he said he would take Jim into town, but he had one more tour on a small electric boat. Actually, it was the first all-electric boat that was certified by the Coast Guard. And so we go for a cruise out on Roundabout River. And it was so interesting to learn the history. They would bring down stone, brick pavers down this river on wooden barges. And the island to the right is basically made up of the old broken down barges. Hey, there's the motor vessel Cetus as we're cruising back into port. So if you visit that, you need to go to the Hudson River Maritime Museum and check it out. There's several cute restaurants in town. I walked up, and it was Father's Day, so I walked up to the store and got Jim actually I walked 2 miles to get him a 6-pack of beer, and got a tres leches on the way back for dessert. So cute little town. Here's that hill that about killed me. It's straight up. I would not want to drive there in the winter. And then the interstate goes right over the town and you would never even know it. The Maritime Museum, they have a lot of static displays outside and the history inside the museum. Well, it's time to throw the lines off the motor vessel Cetus and continue to head north. We're getting into another part of the adventure of the Great Loop. It's time to lower our mast. We're going to stay at Castleton-on-Hudson. They have a boom electric mast that we can use. So we're going to tie up there, and it's going to be used as a safety. Jim and I are both going to lower that mast, and he is currently working on building the yoke so the mast will sit in there. What you doing, Jim?
I'm building a birdhouse.
A birdhouse. All right, we'll check in with you in a little bit. We are getting ready to say goodbye to the Hudson River. As soon as the mast drops and the boom is down on the deck, we will be heading forward to Waterford, New York, and jumping on the Erie Canal. It'll be part of our next journey. Thank you for watching, clicking like, and subscribing. Check in next time to see how our boat looks very different with the mast down, and our air draft will be 18 feet instead of 31.